Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Zach Young.
And I'm Matthew Barker.
Hey, do you know what Italians eat on Friday the 13th?
I have no idea.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
That's terrible.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to CDN News.
Today's show is jam-packed, so let's get to weather with Willie.
But first, a quick ad. Let's talk our teeth like this. It's like an anchor man. And then, like,
And good morning, Carmel Catholics. So now with temperatures in the 70s across the area, 71 in Evanston right now, 72 downtown, 71 in Erie. Out to the west, we are at 69 in Rockford, 67 just southwest of DeKalb. And taking a look at the game tonight against DePaul, it's looking good, but we could have cool temperatures. We'll start off 69 degrees at kickoff. By halftime, we get to 66 in clear conditions, and by the end of game, 65 degrees. That game starts at 7:30. And looking for your weekend, it's looking very nice. Today, 70 degrees. We will clear out as we go throughout the day. Tomorrow, warming up to 80, mostly sunny and warm conditions. Sunday, a thunderstorm could be possible in some spots, and as we go into next week, high of 79 and a low of 63 with partly sunny conditions.
All right, this one is dedicated to seniors, juniors, and maybe sophomores, so we have some college visits coming up. On September 16th, High Point University and University of Pittsburgh are going to be here. On the 17th, Rollins College, College of Charleston, and Wabash College, as well as John Carroll University will be here. On the 18th, St. Olaf College, Creighton University, Fairfield University, and Boston University. On the 19th, Ed College, Marion University, University of Oklahoma, and to round out the week on the 20th, Penn State and Millikan University will be here.
Beer Week is next week. The themes are as follows. On Monday, it's Hawaiian. No coconut tops or grass skirts.
So I guess Barker's going to have to cancel his Amazon Prime order for that day.
Already done. Tuesday's Mix and Match Day. Wear clothes don't match. In other words, just dress like Zach would dress on any given day. Wednesday is Country Day. No shorts or hats, but flannels and jeans are encouraged. Then on Thursday, it's Turquoise versus Black Day in honor of the Puff game. So seniors wear black and juniors wear turquoise. Underclassmen, you can pick to wear whatever color you like. And then Friday is Carmel Spirit Day. So come best dressed in your brown wool. And then tonight, the game is 80s workout. To see you there.
Our girls volleyball team won a major game this week. They beat the best team in the state, Marist, on Tuesday. And they played again last night and won, as we expect. Speaking of sports, I think I'm going to have a ton of schools here next week. Which sports have home games this week?
I don't know which one.
Well, it looked the women's tennis team duels won on Monday and Bennett on Tuesday. Volleyball team hits against Viator on Tuesday too.
And then women's golf will drive and putt against Marist at Braylock on Wednesday. Of course, the football team plays St. Pat's in the homecoming game. And the week will round out next week with men's soccer at home against Marist. What a week, sir. What a week. It's incredible.
All right, it's time for hanging out with Mr. Huthen.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. This is Mr. Huther here on this rainy, hectic morning. Of course, it is Friday 13th on a full moon. Although, fun fact of the day, the moon is at one of its furthest points for Earth. I believe it's called an apogee moon, so it won't appear as bright and full this evening as it normally would. That being said, if you're out this evening, make sure you check that moon. First and foremost this morning, I want to give a shout out to the girls volleyball team. If you have not seen them in action yet this year, you really are missing out. They're incredible to watch. They're focused, they're intense, they're really good, and they have fun. This week they had 2 huge wins, so make sure you get out to a game and support them when you have the chance. I just heard a bell ring too. Stay in your homerooms. We'll be done here in a couple of minutes. So to the girls volleyball team, congratulations. Another awesome win last night. Second, as mentioned last week, I'm going to be taking questions from students and addressing them on air to you. So you can submit any questions to me and I'll address them to the student body. We want to devote the next couple of weeks to our new drug testing program. And so we did get a number of questions in. We're going to go over a few here this morning. So first, what drugs are being tested? So we're doing a basic drug testing panel. It does include I believe 5 substances, but primarily we're testing for marijuana, essentially. It will pick up on some harder drugs that statistically we don't really see much use among high school students. It doesn't test for any prescription drugs. It doesn't test for other things in your stomach. So it will literally only test 5 or 6 substances. All that information is available on the website under Student Life Drug Testing. Next question, is it quantitative testing or qualitative? That's a good question. Essentially, it means we'll show what drug is in your stomach and how much, and the answer is yes. It's both quantitative and qualitative. So the test will show what is in your system and how much, to what extent. So I can talk about that here in coming weeks. Are we testing for nicotine? If not now, when? So we will not start testing for nicotine probably until October or November. The final nicotine test has to clear FDA. Once it does, we will test for nicotine. Why test for nicotine? Because again, we don't want you to use nicotine. It's an awful substance, especially when you're vaping it. They have kind of traced this harmful additive to a lot of the marijuana cartridges, but vaping nicotine is awful. The principal, we thought nicotine was dead 4 or 5 years ago among high school students. Now there's this large resurgence. So we will be testing for nicotine. There won't be any follow-up consequences if you do test positive for nicotine. We will let your parents know. How many students will be tested each month? Again, a good question. We're going to do batches each month. We'll probably do anywhere 50 to 100 students each month. We're going to start September with 40 students. How much hair will be collected? So the eraser on a pencil, imagine just number 2 pencil. The eraser that's on the back end of that pencil, that's how much hair we will collect. CBD oil, will it show up? No, unless it is a full spectrum CBD oil that would have THC in it. But again, that being said, if you're using CBD oil without your doctor or parents' knowledge, that's a little bit problematic. You want to do certain things only under the direction of parents and or doctor, and using CBD oil would be one of those. And then, the better questions, why are we doing the drug testing? As we've mentioned from day one, this is to create and shape a culture of healthy decision making. We know that a vast majority of our students do not use drugs. We know that a majority of our students don't use alcohol. We're not doing this because we think we're all guilty of doing something that you shouldn't be doing. We're doing this because we really do want to shape a positive, healthy culture here at Carmel. We know there's peer pressure. We know what high school students face when they're out and about in the evenings on the weekends. And so we want to provide a deterrent. This program can cause one or two students to say no where they otherwise say yes, if it causes those who need help or those who are currently using to stop, then it will be a success. This is in no way meant to get any student in trouble. We don't view you negatively. You know, you're high school students. We understand pressures that you face, and we want to help shape a culture that is positive and that is healthy. So that's why we're doing this program. We'll take more questions next week. Again, on this Friday the 13th, stay safe. You all have a great day. Thank you for watching CDN Morning News. Have a great day. See you next week. You are all dismissed from homeroom.